Welcome to week 13. So, what are we doing this week? Well, as always, the last few weeks, we are updating our GTD. So, upload a screenshot or a picture here. And here's the blog post we're going to look at in just a moment. I also have some resources here that are embedded in the blog post about working with our uh, thought process to better, challenging automatic negative thoughts, how to stop doing that and diminish it. But let's go take a look at the blog. First off, the top part is like normal, just follow the directions, and we'll have sources here soon once people get done. Here's something to think about. Negative thoughts, if not resisted, soon become the only way to see the world. You may have read his book. He's kind of famous. These two quotes I think are really powerful. And you may have heard of some of these people, but it's something to think about that we're creating an experience for the player. We want them to feel things. We want them to experience things, and also be the director. Summary, same as always, write this last, then delete my directions. Practice room, continue on with Solo Learn, either with JavaScript, if we're going to be working with Construct 3, or if you're using Unity, C#. And we'll talk about that further. In the classroom, we're going to study theory this week. MDA, Mechanics, Dynamics, and Aesthetics. So I want you to delve into this because this is the bedrock of why we design games to be effective and what tools we use and so on and so forth. So these three categories are what we put our energy in and how we can give feedback to each other. So the developer can create something that the user can then give experiences back to the developer so that we can continually improve our process. So when you look at this, what I want you to do is read. It's a fairly large document. So you're in here for an hour and you can do some more research about it. And I'd like you to watch this video, which is what you were watching when you came into the room today. And this is another really good one. These are both a little bit less than 10 minutes each. So you don't have to watch these, but they're really great for helping us understand what we need to learn about the aesthetics, mechanics, and dynamics of game design. Okay, now down here, I'd like you to write notes underneath each one of these categories. And then in the lab, I want you to go in and I want you to brainstorm ideas for each one of these categories. Okay, so ideas here, and just what kind of games would you make for these types of things? And the idea is you don't have to put a lot of ideas. One per category would be wonderful, and just one sentence. Now, when you read right here, someone or thing fighting or struggling against someone or thing for someone or thing. Okay? So those three elements are what storytelling is based around. And so you just write a sentence for each one of these. And if you want to write more than one sentence for some of these categories because you like those categories more, that's really cool. Go for it. Outside, 30 minutes. What I want you to do is to really engage in this and take a look at it. I think this is going to be really insightful for you. So read through that document, but also take a look at the cognitive distortions document. This is what it looks like. There are over a dozen cognitive distortions that we fall prey to on a regular basis. So I'd like you to examine that, okay? And we'll go down here. Then I want you to go for a walk for 10 minutes, think about the stuff, then come back and write a small paragraph reflection for up to 10 minutes about what you thought about with a cognitive distortion and how to have negative thought not be our default mental state. When we get into the studio, what I want you to do is I want you to spend 30 minutes reading through the construct manual. And it's detailed over here, and it has these sections. Okay, and again, it looks like this. So I put the graphic there so you can see it. These are the areas of the manual. Now, I don't want you to read the whole thing. I want you to skim through it. There's a lot of material in here, but I want you to get a feel for where things are. Okay, write a couple of sentence description when you're done with that. In the control room, I want you to go explore this and read about collaborative projects and how we can use GitHub to manage group projects. So go ahead and read this article and write a little bit when you're done with that. That's going to be a crucial component to how we collaborate. And GitHub is a really powerful tool. This section and this section are the same as always. Just a reminder, those people who are filling this out every week, you don't have to take a final for this class. Yay! If you have not been filling this out, you can still diminish how much work you would have to do for a final by starting to fill it out now. It's not too late to still have a positive impact. There's a lot being assessed when you do this activity every week. So thank you in advance for doing it. And that is an overview of week 13.